Greetings and welcome back to Smartwatch Tics. We're a YouTube channel on the web at smartwatchtics.com dedicated to, you guessed it, smartwatches and fitness bands. Oh my goodness, 2019, summer of 2019 is going to be known as the summer of the high-end fitness band because all the major Chinese companies are putting out their latest updated versions of their most successful fitness devices, made beautifully. We are looking at what is called the Amazfit Band 2 or Core 2. Remember, we reviewed the Amazfit Core earlier, and it's a Xiaomi ecosystem product. That's right, this one's in black, international version, so that it should work with multiple languages. Make sure if you buy and you're not in China, you're going to try to get that international version. Overall, here's the specs of what we're about to see. Unlike some of the other ones that are a 0.95-inch screen, this one's coming in at 1.23-inch, a nice larger IPS LCD color screen. It's got 240 by 240 pixel Gorilla Glass material, high quality ABS frame, the same 2.5 arc angled edges to it. It's got reflective display technology. Can't wait to check that. Looks like it might be the kind you can see outdoors. Heart rate monitor, call reminder, information push. It's got long standby for 20 days with 160 milliamp hour batteries. Fully waterproof to 5 atmosphere. That's becoming the new standard. Used to be you can wash your hands with it, and if you accidentally get it under the sink running water, you're okay if it's IP67 or 68. Now you're really looking at swimming, so much so that they actually have swimming functions in these watches. It uses the app MiFit, which we just looked at when we did a review of the Band 4, right? The Mi Band 4. MiFit was the tethering app. Same thing with the Amazfit line. Uses the same app. So we'll go briefly through that app, and you could look at the other review for more details. Here's some of the general specs. We just covered a lot of this stuff and product sizes and whatnot. And there it is, sitting nice and pretty in its own little box. Pops right out here. Really soft TPU material here. It's going to be nice on the arm, it looks like. Pretty stiff at the edges. Charging pins, the heart rate monitor, literally screwed in here, so you're not going to be taking this off or taking it apart. It's got a little cover we can remove. How about charging and such? Oh, look at that. It lifts up its own little cover to reveal the manual, and then under here, I love playing with this fancy packaging when they take the time to do it right. I know there's somebody in the design department watching this video right now, all proud to see that I'm taking time to enjoy all the work that that person or that team went to just put this thing together so it's fun to open up. Well, you did a good job. Here we go. It's got a very unique charging pad of sorts. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Nice and strong. Now, I don't know if you guys have watched my review of the Mi Band 4. If you have, you'll see how frustrated I was that in order to charge it, you had to pop the whole module out of the bands and stick it in a cradle. Yeah, this is a much more logical approach. Good and solid, and you could have that on the nightstand and pretty easily find it and hook it up. USB connection on the other end, and you don't need to charge it very often anyway because of its long battery life. Let's give you a run through of the manual. There's the opening information, very basic stuff. Oh, detachable band. Okay, even though it looks like it's screwed on there, it says it's detachable. Awesome. There's how you charge it. We just looked at that. Here's the QR code you use to download the MiFit Band app. And of course, we'll have the link in the show notes for you to download it. And I'll also have a link to the section of the other video that we did, the MiBand review, the MiBand app review. So you can just click on that and jump over to look at the details of the app itself, because I accumulated a bunch of data on the MiBand 4, and we really went through that in detail. Same basic stuff on this watch here. Okay, binding your band, that's how you do it. Using your device, shows you that it's a multi-touch, multiple places to touch. You touch the bottom, you can slide up and down, or it looks like tapping the icon or swiping to the right. Each one of these we have to learn kind of a unique way of navigating on them, but once you get it down, it's pretty easy. Here's all of the technical stuff, that legal stuff they give you, warranty information, and overall specs. And then we're off to the Chinese part. Alrighty, as usual, we'll charge it up and then give a run through. Take a look at what it does. Well, I want to show you this part before we even go any further. Just like we saw on everything Amazfit or Xiaomi, it's not going to start or go anywhere. It's a totally useless device unless it is paired, and it always pairs with the MiFit app. Here we are on the MiFit app. It's still actually paired to the Smartband 4 that we already reviewed. I need to go down in here and unpair it. Unpair it. It's synchronizing data before it unpairs. It asks me one last time to unpair it, and I do. Now, you won't have to go through these steps, of course, when you get yours, but you do have to go through what we're about to do now in order to pair it up with the Amazfit Band 2, or Core 2. There we go, we're unpaired. There's my old device, the original Core. I come back over here, I hit the plus button there. This is a band. After you pair the device, it's going to collect all this data on you, and you have no way around it, because if you don't authorize the collection of that data, you don't get access to your brand new toy. So for all of these Amazfit products, you run into the same situation. You basically got to give your social life, your digital life, your personal life away in the connecting process. And as usual, it takes a long time to find the band, so I'll be back once we're connected. Oh, we are connected. Good. Confirm the band. Nice of it to accommodate. Hit the check mark here. And pairing up. Paired successful. Well, that was fairly quick. It adjusted the time to the local time. It's checking now, as it says, restoring band settings, and it's also going to see if there's updates required. We saw that as well, and there starts the little circle of forever. See it right there? And I'll be back when it's done, because it's going to take a while. Well, I'm starting to see a pattern here, as you can see too. This went through a first circle, then it did another circle on resources, and now it's doing a third circle on updating firmware. It looks like Xiaomi's in the habit of sending out bands and watches with just limited software to acknowledge a push when the customer gets it after they connect to the app. And the app, of course, is going to have connection to the server, which will download the latest information no matter what it is. So don't expect to ever get a device that's all up to date and ready to go. They're automatically going to be all old basic technology and be updated when you first get it. So rule of thumb, set aside at least a half an hour to an hour to make your band functional. And by all means, don't try to turn it on out in the car or something. Get home, get your phone, get in a Wi-Fi zone, because there's a lot of binary bits that are being pushed down to you. And eventually, with 38% power left, you'll actually get connected. So there we are. Here we are with the app, and I'm going to now charge it all the way up, and we'll begin the review. The first thing you may notice is I have a different watch face on here. That's true. What I did in all of this last time, charged it all up. That was yesterday, so it's only dropped 2% overnight. I went to the watch faces section in here and going to the server in China, I presume, it's downloaded a few different watch faces. And none of them are that default one that you saw. It also says custom band faces reduce battery life. That's because there's more pixels and brightness and whatnot. However, I don't see a way to get back to the old one, the original one that it came with. So be careful if you decide you want to install one of these custom faces, because it looks like once you do, they're going to be on there and you only have the selection that you saw to choose from. Again, it takes a long, long time, so I'll skip ahead. And now we have a new watch face. And I particularly wanted to show you this one so you get a feel for the actual size and location of the screen. It is a larger screen than the bands we've looked at before. However, it still floats amongst a really large black overall bezel, if you want to call it that, empty area. So we do have a variety of watch faces, but not nearly as extensive as the ones we saw for the Mi Band 4. If you remember that review, there were lots and lots of them. So they're unique to each watch. So it really depends on what device is tethered to the app as to exactly what you're going to be seeing as capabilities to work with it. I'm not going to go through this one. I'm really going to invite you to review the Mi Band 4 review. Take a look at that one if you want to study all of the different aspects of what you can do with this app. They're all in there. You also have the opportunity to review a bunch of the Amazfit watches, because we talk about the same app. It's used in all of them. And you've got that basic page that relates to the device itself. You've got your own profile information, friends if you set them up, and then your overall workout, where it'll tell you some basic information of the status of the band today. And you can also initiate your own walking, running, and cycling right from the app as well. So let's get to the band, because that's what's different. Again, when you press and touch it, it doesn't advance. There's a button here, but it's locked out in a way. There we go. Okay. That you can that you can't really use it directly. You end up having to slide or scroll up or do different things. We're in weather in Shenzhen, China right now, which is settable from the app. To get out of here, there, okay, I went to the right. I'm going to try sliding up. There we go. Now we get into these little round circles. You have a status, notifications, your overall workouts. There's the weather itself. Alipay is available, setting alarms, clock, music, and settings. And each of these then you can go into. There's where you can select watch faces, lock the screen, find the phone, and reset and everything. A lot of this you've seen in the little 1-minute review. So they're laid out differently in that you have the little circles on a screen that lets you get into them, rather than having to go page by page by page through them, right? If I want weather, then I've just got it right there. Okay, there's a music player when you swipe to the left, and the weather, and that's it. Swipe to the right, you've got the watch face, and that's it. Swipe down, you've got your do not disturb mode, which happens to be on there. We've turned that off. Swipe down again, nothing. Swipe up, and you're into all of these little dots. Yep, that's the layout of the band. It's a little on the thick side, but not tremendously. It has the heart rate sensor, and it looks like this when you put it on. And basically what I'm going to do is a comparison with this one and the Mi Band 4, and reach way over across lines to the Huawei Band 3 Pro, and give you a little comparison of all of them together, because I know it's getting kind of confusing as to which one you may want to buy. None of them have great exotic features. They're not doing blood pressure and blood oxygen and running EKG charts and taking your temperature and giving you your body fat. None of that. It's a basic, high-end fitness watch with your normal settings, music player, alarms, workouts, and different watch faces. All right, you've seen the app, you've seen the band, and you've seen that you can pick this one up from Gearbest. It's called the original Amazfit Cor 2, all right? It's the new 2 version of the Cor watch. It's a Xiaomi product, part of the Xiaomi ecosystem product line. They also are behind the Mi Band line, and that's the Mi Band 4 that we'll be comparing along with the Huawei Band 3 Pro in the next video. Hopefully that'll help you get a good idea of how they all work separately and similarly. You've been watching Smartwatch Tics. Thanks for your subscription, and we'll see you again soon.